is a newsletter campaign, you might ask? A newsletter campaign is a series of newsletters with adjoining activities aimed at achieving either one large goal over a set period of time, such as marketing a big project over a year, or maybe a series of goals, like a series of projects simultaneously. I like to think of newsletters as episodes to a TV show, and the set periods of time are the seasons, which again, your seasons can be of different lengths of time. So everything should have an outcome and can be tracked and measured. So let me pause and make sure we understand this analogy I'm doing of TV shows. For example, I have a podcast that we had season 1 last year, and we're now about to do season 2. We're about to announce season 2 next week. And our season 2 is only going to be between July is really when we're launching episodes, but we start marketing it in June, a month beforehand, but from June to December. So it's not a whole year. And our big project is the season 2 of our podcast. We're actually only doing 4 episodes. Those are spaced out between now and December, but we'll still do 1 newsletter every month. But this helps us decide, well, which newsletters are really going to focus on the episode releases and which ones are going to focus on other stuff in between. So that's a really great example for tonight because it is episodic, right? But you might not necessarily have episodic projects. You might be writing a book, and like that might be over a series of years. So your set period of time might be like 3 years. Like I'm tracking my journey of writing this book for 3 years or however long it's going to take me. You might be doing all sorts of different projects. Like the co-host of my podcast, she's like involved in like 10 different projects. So each newsletter is like an update of like one of those projects, all of those projects, what's going on. Did she receive a grant? Is she going on tour? You know, all these cool things. But again, it's like an episode of her life. Like what happened in this episode of Janet E. Dandridge's life? That's her name, Janet E. Dandridge. So let me just pause there. Does that make sense of what a newsletter campaign is? As I said, it's not super specific. You kind of get to define the amount, how it's tracked and measured, etc.